My guy. What's the word?
That's the word.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Taji, your host of For The Record. We right here in Baltimore, in Soundgarden, of course. I'm with the one and only, you know what I mean?
YBS in this building.
We here with Skola. So look, man, we gonna really get to know you feel me? It's all about the culture. So we gonna talk about music you was listening to, movies you was watching, fashion trends, things like that. You cool with that?
Facts.
Cool. So before we even get started, man, talk to me, what was it like for you growing up? What area are you from?
Emerson Village.
Yeah, and what was it like, growing up in that area, man?
It was typical hood shit.
Yeah.
You can curse in here?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you curse. Typical hood, typical trenches type activity. Niggas get money. Niggas,
Yeah.
shit that happened in the hood. It was the trenches. I grew up in the trenches of the trenches for real, like for sure.
And you champion that area a lot in your music. How did it help mold you as an artist?
It just sharpened my tools up for real. I've been through a lot like early, like so growing up that it's like it basically equipped me for like later down the line early. Like as a kid, I was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 doing shit I ain't had no business. So it's like by the time I got 21, it wasn't nothing I ain't never done.
I feel that.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know you got a secret nickname. A lot of people don't call you this.
Yeah.
Fifth.
Yeah.
You want to talk to me about that nickname? How did that come about?
My pops gave me that nickname because I'm his fifth from the oldest.
Yeah.
So he called me that for real. Like him and like few people attached to him for real like that. Yeah.
And what's it like? Your father, he's a real well-known guy. He's legendary. What's it like being the son of him, seeing what he had to endure, what he went through? How did that, keep you to start grinding?
It's inspiring for real. Like I'm proud of who my dad is for real. Like I'm proud to call him my dad for real. Like I like how he carries himself as a man, and it's a lot for me to learn from. You feel what I'm saying? Like it feel good to have that, that father figure when it's like you just certain situations I feel I'm comfortable with hollering at him about, and it's like I know he would never stir me wrong, so I'm comfortable with whatever advice he give me, knowing that it's the right advice because he didn't been through everything I done been through.
Yeah, okay.
You feel me?
And then let's get into it, man. How did you get into making music? What got you into that lane? What inspired you to do that?
My mother, man, since I was young, I always used to at any family gathering, I would freestyle. And it's once I did it maybe 1 or 2 times, my mother just never let it go. You feel what I'm saying? Once I just did it, my mother, my uncle, my bro, once I did it 1 time, I feel 2 times is any dog moment we could just be in the house and I just get they just amp me up, gas me up to rap. Anytime my mother out of town running to any star, I just I ain't never even been in the studio, but she'd call me this my son, I'm 9 and he rap, he rap. And it's man, I don't rap. You feel what I'm saying? So then it's when I got older, what really refueled it is when YBS came about. I wasn't really I ain't had no plans on rapping. It just really was we met up in the studio. It's just we all had history together. Me and YBS Dip, Al Mothers, they grew up together. Ali that I lost, a great friend of mine that I lost. Him and my uncle was best friends growing up. And it's just we all got some type of history down the line, from being West Baltimore, even if our parents was cool. So when we got up one of these days, it was the start of YBS. Scooter was in there. Yeah. So it really was for us, we were just meeting Scooter for real. Niggas man, they was meeting Scooter. I just was end up coming. They had already initially Scooter, Al, True, Snook really was the ones on the YBS, the label, what you call. So once they got Scooter going, it's I had it a little bit just growing up, had to making little hood songs here and there growing up. I just took it serious once I really seen how how Scooter really turned something to nothing in it and motivate me to do it. And then he, you know, eventually he passed, and it was like I was the only one in our camp that really like that was even doing music a little bit. Yeah. So I just stayed determined at it for real, stayed at it for real.
Feel that. And then, you know, can you talk to us about, you know, how did that affect you mentally, you know, losing school to losing other close friends and affiliates, man?
Man, it ain't never easy, man. Like taking them big losses, especially one like that for real. But it's like it just really like I feel better when I'm being productive. I get through it better when I'm being productive. When I'm bull crapping around, like not really being in my artistry, like, and I ain't really like doing music. Mm-hmm. It almost feel like, damn, like I'm letting these niggas down. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel good when is being aggressive in the music space and not putting it secondary and making sure it's primary. And it's like I'm aggressive in it. It helped me like get through it easier with because you know it was Al, Truz, and Scooter now, so and all them three right there, them main three love YBS. They love, you couldn't tell them nothing about YBS. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So just and I feel like Scooter opened up a door for the city, bro. That is like I feel like where he got us at height wise, it's like, man, now it's like I feel like I'm like I'm the best, if not the best, maybe the second best to really finish representing what he started. You feel me? To finish this shit, to finish it out for real.
Right. And then, you know, something that I think is real cool, did you ever expect YBS to be like, kind of like the standard at the time, you know what I mean? Y'all was kind of some of the first ones, in designer, jewelry, more diamonds, more Italian.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Did you always expect that, like, to catch on how it did?
Nah, I ain't what falls like the music, how we
just how y'all carried yourselves in general.
I knew we was different, man. I knew we was different, man. But I just knew we was like, during that time, it was a lot of like rap. It wasn't really, I can't really think of no rap groups that was how we was. Right. And it's like, it wasn't really a lot of it going on in the world back then. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially in a city like ours. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't no bunch of young, fly, flashy talent that was like coming from representing how we was representing. Right. You feel me? So I knew it would be a matter of time before we like get the recognition we deserve. But it just was really like fun. It was just really fun when we first was doing it. It just was like exciting to just have like Scooter. He was passionate about music. Like this nigga had phone, he had black and white, them notebook joints full of songs. So it was like us just going in the studio and him just rapping and shit. Like we hang out at night and then we go to the studio and he make a whole song about that night. It just was like, damn, it was facts. So it was a good look for real. Like I feel like I knew we was gonna get the recognition we deserve.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, early on in your career, you ended up, you know, meeting Meek Mill and other people in the industry. You know, how did that like open any doors for you? Help you with your networking? How did that come about?
Hell yeah, gain bunch of relationships and experience and just knowledge on, you know, coming from a nigga like Meek Mill that's a superstar like that, then been where I was at, you know, longer and, you know what I mean, then made it about that and just to see like how you go about certain things with money and fame and, you know, coming from the trenches, like coming from the streets. Yeah, I learned a lot. So I definitely learned a lot. Took a lot of what you comes out his book for real. Okay.
Well, look, we kind of got to know your beginnings. We got to know, you know, what you were about. Let's walk around the store. Let's see if you see any albums, any movies you used to watch, okay?
Facts.
Come on, take this walk with me. So look, bro, you know, growing up, Emerson Village area, another real popular rapper coming up there from there, G-Rock. You know, was that somebody you listened to?
Hell yeah, for sure. G-Rock, one of the reasons why I make music today. A lot of my songs inspired by G-Rock, for real. Like, I go into certain songs with that G-Rock give me, like, when I come to that, when it's anything where it's like more so me rapping type shit, he inspired me so much that I might think like how he came on this. You feel me?
Okay.
Going into making it sometimes. That's a fact.
Right. And then, you know, a lot of people refer to him as Baltimore Jeezy, right?
Yeah.
And then we also got the one and only Jeezy.
Yeah.
What about Jeezy's music really, you know, drew you in?
Jeezy like the motherfucking, like, and not really more so now to date, but coming up, like Jeezy was like, he was the Barack Obama, he was the, man, he was like, Dirk, the voice of the trenches.
Yeah.
Jeezy was the voice of the trap, was the voice of the hustlers. And it's like, you couldn't go wrong with getting in your car and listening to Jeezy just motivate you. And first, is every song just motivational to get some money.
Thug motivation.
Thug motivation, you feel what I'm saying?
And then, you know, another legendary artist who's not from Baltimore, but niggas claiming like he is, Boosie.
Oh man, Boosie, you know, Boosie was like, he was so raw, man. Like, he was so raw, so relatable, just so like influential. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Like, Boosie wasn't really like the biggest when it came on no like money, finances, to have you go get some money, but Boosie was like, know how I voiced the struggle.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? When he was coming out, like, all his music, you just felt it in your soul. Like, especially if you was a street, you just felt that shit. It's like, damn, you felt that shit for sure.
Okay. And then, you know, we get to somebody you already mentioned earlier, Meek. You know, you're a Meek fan as well, not just as a person, but the music.
Yeah.
You know, talk to us about some of your favorite Meek projects.
Meek, my favorite project of Meek is the Dreams and Nightmares, with the one of them got the Rolex and it's a handcuff. Yeah. That's my favorite project from Meek.
That's one of the intro, the legendary intro.
The intro.
Yeah.
I listened, I was locked up, man. I had a CD player. I listened to that shit every night. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I listen to that shit every night. Tony Story, I think they had the Trey song, you ain't get a lay up all night. Like, I listen to that shit down there every night for real. Meek, man, shout out to Meek Mill, you know, even before he fired my food, like, you know, I had to fire my food, you feel what I'm saying? Like, he was motivational too, like motivational, everything he do is just like, he represent the struggle as well, and he just like, he never forget where he came from. He always just been the voice for the niggas like, look man, like, chase the money. Fuck the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of different things, how he, like, what he believed in, I believe in too, as a still to this day. Like, it's easy to kill a nigga. It's hard to buy your mother a crib. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, don't settle for the shit that any and everybody can do. Set the bar high, you know what I mean? Like, be there for your folks, set the bar high. This shit, don't. You got little cousins and you got all kind of people that's in the hood, you know, like, break that generational curse, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I feel like, that's what he, you know what I mean? And nonetheless, just the system, how like the system will do you. You know what I mean? Like, basic, so just like when I talk to like Meek, even that relationship before I went to jail, he always would say like, Skola, like, stay out of there, like, don't end up like me. Right. You feel me? And it's like, don't be no knucklehead, man. Like, don't let your pride and ego, how you how you set yourself 10 steps back. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay. And then, you know, you talked about knowing him on a personal level.
Fact.
Something I think is really cool. You got a feature from this dude.
Lil Baby.
Yeah, man. Talk to us about that. That's monumental.
Yeah, I got What You Come From Wham. I got Which Come from Lil Baby. It really was on some shit like Baby reached out to me when we got that song. Like he liked it what I had going on, you feel me saying? He could relate to it. Like he actually reached out to me from a friend of ours that was just letting them know, like, man, y'all just a friend of mine, his name Babe Brother, we from the A. You know what I mean? Like real good support, real like nigga, real stand-up guy that wanna see me win type shit, and just like, you know, like how we carry shit back down here in Baltimore, you feel what I'm saying? So basically, short story short, Baby basically, when he reached out to me, and it's like, he let me know he respect what I got going on.
Yeah.
I seen he was like, I like the way he had going on, and then fast forward, I seen him getting in the music, and I'm like, hey, shit, you see you rapping, like, jump on this. And it just was easiest done, for real.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about this movie, man. I know this holds a special place in your heart, right?
Yeah.
A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale, man. I watched this movie countless nights, man, when I ain't had nothing else to watch. Had this one that had the TVs with the tape that go in them motherfuckers. Like, this one time was trying to just find something to watch as a kid, you know what I mean, in the crib, and I just grabbed the tape, and I just put it in there. Type shit. When I watched it for the first time, I just was cool watching this shit whenever I was bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like, I know half the shit Sonny might say before he even said it. You know what I mean? Like, I relate to it because it's almost like I grew up the same way, like shit happening on my doorstep. So it's like, you can't really prevent. It's like product of the environment. My big brothers, my uncles, my mother, my father already in jail. Everybody, like, even though his parents, right, was like against it, his father, they was against it. He whipped his ass when he went around that shit, but it got to a point where it's like, man, be careful, man. And you know what I mean, his father had, you know, he had to just face reality. Like, man, look, man, he love this shit. They love him. You feel what I'm saying? That's how it was with me. Like, everybody took to me, the ones that mad at coming up. Dudes like Dirty, dudes like Peyton, like stand-up guys would come from my neighborhood. And it's like, I was doing shit. They had me saying and doing shit when I ain't had no business. You feel what I'm saying? Fact, like I would shoot dice. You know what I mean? They might have me same way he shoot dice in Crap House, young as one. I might be that been him some nights. You feel me? For sure.
Well, look, man, we got to know some of the things that help mold you, some of the things you're passionate about. Let's talk about the work that you've been putting in there.
I've been putting in that work, bro.
I can tell. Come on, man.
I've been putting in that work.
Film fortune time, man. Look, Skola, he loved Bronx Tale, so we gonna give him a couple other classics that he got, you know, choose from. He come to Soundgarden with $20. Let's see what he choose.
I got $20. Let's see what movies I get. Damn. Belly, Friday, Paid in Full, Scarface, Boys in the Hood. They all $10 a wop, but I only got Dub. Sheesh. Ah, man, it's tough, bro. I'ma say Belly. And the $10 one, I'ma say Belly. In the $10 column, I'ma say Belly. In the $5 column, I'ma say Menace to Society. That's 15. So I guess I'll go one more $5 joint. Rush, I'ma say Rush Hour for sure. Yeah, I go them ones. Belly, Rush Hour, Men's Society.
So look, man, you recently just dropped your tape, More Diamonds, More Italian. Talk to us a little bit about that, man.
It's still coming how I've been coming, man. Since I came in this shit, banging for banging. Motivating the young niggas get some money. Don't crash out, you know what I mean? Be that for your folks. keeping the dead alive, the ones that matter for real to me the most and shit. Dropped on Scooter birthday. Just keeping the ones that matter alive, you dig?
Okay, and then, you know, you got select few features on there, but all the features on there are big voices in the city. Was that intentional? You know, how did you come about to choose those features?
Yeah, I'm just ready to drop a lot of music, so it's like this project, I'm gonna go ahead and just, it ain't that many artists that's in Baltimore, so I was like, maybe I just get the ones I what you come with on the west side that's not like, you know, like that's features like Roddy, Chaz. I did Roddy, Jake, Tech, and Chaz, all west side niggas that's doing their thing, that's holding the city down.
Right.
I just went on it, cause it was already, and once I got the Scooter feature, I already had like, I already had Jake has on something, man, Chaz had some hard shit. So then I went on and dug some shit out the archive with Tech. Like, I may as well go ahead and go Tech a hard one. We ain't never dropped. We got so many unreleased records. So I'm like, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this tape with like how I did it for real. But then I'm gonna come with my next tape with like my niggas from my hood who I'm behind and shit. NFL Jizzle, NFL Lil B, you feel what I'm saying? My next tape probably just don't do no outsiders, like straight immediate, you feel me?
That's cool. And then, you know, since you're a vet in the game now at this point, what's it like to see, you know, some of the artists you mentioned coming up in Baltimore, some of the other artists, like what's it like to see how the scene is growing?
It's lovely, it's beautiful, man. It's a good look. It's a good look for the city. It's a good look for sure.
Okay, and then
especially, and I ain't not to cut you off, especially what I like about the artists that is like the household, the names of the city, everybody on the same type of time. Like niggas really like, it ain't nobody really on like, everybody I feel like on man time and and got the vision and see the bigger picture.
Right.
You feel me, for sure.
And then, you know, the ability that you got to make some of these bangers, you know, whether it's club music or club songs, things like that with, you know, a whole lot of money, you got I Be Trippin'. How do you like approach these type of songs? Is it like a special method you come up with, or, you know, talk to us about that process?
Really just like I ain't gonna lie, I'm really just like a natural, bro. I don't even really have a recipe. Every song I really like, I go in with the same, like my creative is really like the same for real. Like, I don't write music, it's just a matter of me, whatever that beat, direction that beat send me. You know what I mean? And I just try to be creative as I can, and like, you know, I done already landed some records, so I pretty much like got ear for if I had like, say for instance, make 10 songs, I can know like this one might be the one that stick. You feel what I'm saying? So I just work till I know I got a lot of them kind of records, or at least, you feel me? And I know it's like, no, this gonna be a good body of work.
Right. And then like you mentioned, you got a lot of like great projects.
Yeah.
If you had to just choose one, what would be your favorite and why?
If I had to just choose one, I would say this one.
Why?
Why I would really say why mainly is because like the location, the environment making it is all new for real. It was like me facing like, I would say I always put it like just face it. I just like been going out and just facing my fears really. Like I'm outnumbered. I'm in a big city, I'm in Atlanta. It's like I'm with an engineer, don't know me from a can of paint. Like it's not like I'm around people who genuinely care about me. It's at home, you feel what I'm saying? Like I get a lot of like, when I'm at home, I get like even my engineers, they like songwriters.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like even my producers, they like songwriters. I might have somebody like King Mice in the studio with me that I wait on and get a little direction, or like, no, this'll sound better. You feel what I'm saying? Like pioneers in they space of this shit.
Right.
I don't got that down there as much.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like this whole project, like, I ain't gonna lie, majority of this whole project, besides like the features, well, even the features, because majority of this shit I done sent out and got sent back. Like Jake, I sent that to him, he sent that back to me. Majority of this shit I probably been by myself, so I was really curious to hear like, what would people say? You know what I mean? Different producers, like majority of the project is producers I never dropped with before.
Right.
I got a little bit of Myers, like one song from Midas, like 2 from MCM, I feel like, but then it's like a line of producers with a different sound, me just adapting, adjusting. So I would say this one more like the most challenging. So it's like I was just eager to see like how would it come out, you feel me? What would be the feedback?
And like you mentioned, you had to overcome a lot to create this project.
Fact.
Getting to like, your status in the game right now, what else did you have to overcome? What are some of the biggest adversities you had to face to get where you at right now?
Just, besides getting in trouble, man, and trying and letting that shit hold a nigga up for 5 years with that dark cloud on a nigga head, like just when everybody like, count you out because they don't know what you up against, like behind the scenes, and just staying motivated even when that's going on, and just like even like friends that just you might was like dead for, that just up and like show you a different side of them, like, you know what I mean, give you the ass to kiss, shit like friends, not even just friends, family too. And I always say just like picking up behind a nigga like Scooter that's talented as he is, and me just coming into the music, a street nigga just like doing it just cause I wanted to, not really cause I needed to, hadn't to really like now not fill his shoes, but just like have his fans depend on me to deliver what he might have had, or just to keep cause it's like a lot of cases when it be in camps, when it be 2 artists, if the first artist go down or something, you don't really, they can't really just fall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The next nigga don't never really be able to step up and just like hold the throne down and really be able to represent good enough that people be like, oh, all right, no, he got it. Like, you don't really be having that a lot of times. The main artist die, even his home, even niggas around him who was like doing the music with him, they might just like not even be motivated as much. They just really like, man, you feel me? They lose confidence and shit. So just making sure I just stay confident and just like block out the noise. And cause I be, motherfuckers be always comparing me to the next man when it's like, that's that man, I'm this man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how he do things. I do things this way. Like, don't really compare and don't really like keep putting this on a like who better. He doing his thing. That's just what it is.
Right.
Why it always gotta be like, shit, yo hard, but shit, yo hard.
Yeah.
We both hard, we both doing our thing, we both representing the right way, just let it be that. You know what I mean? Like, stop trying to divide us and shit. You know what I mean? Like, we all one for at the end of the day.
Fact. Just to kind of wrap this up, man, talk to us like what you got coming next. Any business ventures, any more music?
Business venture, man. I done what you call with eateries, man, a fire ass new strand. Taking the world by storm, man. The best shit, only shit I smoke is eateries. And just like really just foot on the gas right now, like far as music, just really like not really holding y'all up, holding the streets up like I normally do. Cause like I done been in that mode where it's like now this shit getting harder for me to drop, having so much shit that is like, so now I'm just like narrowing this shit down, 12 songs, a body of work, boom, putting it aside, another 12 out of 30, stop just with choosing one project and then working on another 30. No, I'm gonna go 30 songs, this one project, this one project, this one project. Let's get it, you feel me?
Okay.
Straight like that.
So look, man, we about to have some fun. We got a game for you to play. You ready for it?
Let's do it.
Come on. Time for that quick fire. He gotta be quick on his feet with these questions we about to give him. He can't be taking all day. So let's see what he come up with for these answers.
It's YBS Skola and this quick fire. What are your studio essentials? Adderall, lean, weed. That's it. Oh, cookies too. I mean, in Atlanta, I get them good cookies, sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies. Biggest pet peeve, a fuck nigga. Dream collab. Damn. It might not be nobody I dream about working with in this entertainment shit, man. No dream. Balmain era or Murray era? I would definitely say a Murray. Balmain wasn't coming with that shit enough. Murray just like coming out with 10, 15 pair. Balmain shit was light. They wasn't really coming like that crazy. Murray was coming. Murray just really like put them under the rug. Biggest piece of advice you could give: never stop believing in yourself, even when nobody do. Always believe in yourself. Favorite sneaker all time? My favorite sneaker all time. Shit, man, it didn't change. At one point, it probably was Nike boots growing up. Then it was Air Forces. They so convenient. Oh man, it was New Balance. I'm lying. Before it was New Balance. But my favorite sneaker of all time, as of to date, I would say is like the Travis Scott type sneakers, Off-White types, the Virgil Off-White, all the exclusive Nikes, limited Nikes and Jordans. All of them Off-White Jordans, ones and shit, they the ones I feel like my favorite sneakers type shit. Best restaurant in Baltimore, Silks. Yeah, I'm gonna say Silks. No place like Silks. If you're ever in Baltimore, go check that out. Silks in Towson, Maryland. Favorite Lor Scoota song? Oh shit. My favorite Lor Scoota song, I'm gonna say is the intro. What you know about coming up in the system? I'm gonna definitely say that. Favorite clothing brand? As of to date, I would say Rick. Rick On might be my top right now. Chrome Heart, Rick On, Chrome Heart, right? Chrome Heart might be one of them. Rick On probably got it right now, for sure.
Man, Skola, we appreciate you coming through, bro.
Sure.
Go ahead and let the people know, man, where they can find you.
More Diamonds, More Italian out right now, streaming everywhere, man. Best shit in the world that done dropped. You can find me. You can't find me. Reach out through the book and email. If it makes sense, I'll be there.
Yes, sir. For the record, man, we out of here.
For sure.